Hello Year 6. Our support video when we're subtracting decimals within 1 is just to take it back and think about, well, how does this work with whole numbers? Because once we're confident with that, it works in very much the same way. And the key to all of it is getting things in the right place value column. So making sure our digits are in the column that they should be in. So you can see the calculation we're going to try and solve is 7,046 take away 918. So you can see that that's the calculation we've got here. But we need to be really careful that we put our 9 in the correct column. So you can see we've built the 7,046 here. We've got 7 thousands, there's no hundreds in the number, we've got 4 tens and 6 ones, and we need to take away 918. You can see I've written that down here, and I've made sure that my 8 is in the ones column, my 110 is in the tens, and my 9 is in the hundreds. And we need to make sure we lined it up correctly, because it's almost the opposite of when we read. Normally when we read, we go from left to right. In maths, we start with the right hand column, because if we moved our 9 over here, we'd make it worth 9 thousands, and then we'd also have a problem because this would be negative numbers as well. So that was not something that we want to do. So I'm just going to pop in the correct place value columns. We now can see that our 8 is worth 8 ones, and then our 1 is 110. And last but not least, we just had a look that our 9 is 9 hundreds. We didn't want that one in the thousands column and having to deal with negative numbers. So let's have a look. Now we've got them in the right place value column. We have a look at our ones, and you can see here we've got 6 ones. And we need to take away 8. Now at the moment I don't have 8 to take away, and that would cause negative numbers, and I don't really want to have those. So the solution here is actually we can take one of our tens here, and we can exchange that. So we can take that one away. I'm going to drop that down here. So we took one of our tens and we can exchange that for 10 ones in our ones column. So what we did, if we have a look at our notation here, is we took one of our 4 tens, and that left us with 3. It's a bit wonky, but you can see our 3 tens over here. And what we did is exchange that 110 for 10 ones, which you can see them sitting here. And now we can come back and have a look at our ones column, because now we've got 16 ones sat over here. So we can now take away 8 of them. So if we do that, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we've taken away our 8 ones now, and we can just see what we've got left. And you can see we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 ones left. So our 16 ones take away 8 ones, left us with another 8 ones. So no problem there, we've solved that one. And now we can come and have a look at our tens, and we've got 3 tens in this column, and we need to take away 1. So that's nice and simple. We've got 3 tens, we can take away this one. There it goes, and it leaves us with 2, and that's our tens column here. We had 3, we took away 1, and that leaves us with 2 in our tens column. And then last but not least, we now need to have a look at the hundreds column, and another problem. So here we need to take away 9 hundreds, it's telling us, and we don't have any in 7,046, but fortunately we know we can exchange. So we can take one of these thousands over here, and we can exchange it for 10 in our hundreds. So we'll just show what happens here in our column. We took that thousands counter, and that leaves us with 6. Oh, that's a very wonky 6. And you can see we're left with our 6 thousands here, and we exchange that for 10 in our hundreds column. So now we have 10 hundreds, and we need to take away 9 of them. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can get rid of those, and then 6, 7, 8, and 9. We've taken away 9 of the hundreds, and you can see that we've been left with 100. So we can now fill in our hundreds column in our column addition, and we were left with 1. And finally, we have to have a little look at the thousands column over here. We have 6 thousands left in our thousand column, and we don't need to take anything away. And you can see that in our column addition here. Our thousands have been left with a very wonky 6. There's nothing to take away. So we are still left with 6 thousands. And now we can finish our calculation. So we had 7,046, we've taken away the 918, and altogether we ended up with 6,128. So we finished our calculation, we used exchanging to help us, and we made sure that we put each digit in the correct place value column. So have a go at the tasks in the support folder, but as soon as you're feeling confident and you know what you're doing with subtraction, and you know that you were really good with your decimals last week and your place value, then move on to the main sheet because it works in very much the same way.